All right, Titanx community, this one is for you guys. For all protocols out there, there will be a technical analysis coverage today. So expect this video to be pretty long. Sit back, relax, just enjoy the content. Let me know in the comment section which you're into, which one you enjoyed the most, which one you expect to pop the most, and stuff like that, man. It helps the algorithm. Be sure to go follow me on Twitter and on Telegram. Both of them links will be down below in the description. I'm going to record a very important member-only video for YouTube side. From out of all these that I'm about to show you, the one that I truly think is going to pop off and is going to make the most amounts of gains here in the short term based off what I'm already skimmed through here. So if you want to join a member, if you want to join and be a member, go ahead and do so, man. I would love to see some new faces out there. Thank you, those of you that did join. Let's go ahead and show the, of course, top dog over here, Titanx, 6 zeros and a 6253. I said today would have been a green day. Technically, we were somewhat. We were up like 5 or 10% for a very short time period, and then we dropped right down. Simply because if you look at the 4-hour chart right here, we crossed bullish here. We went up to like 6.6 or so, and we're up decently. And then we started crossing bearish again on the 1334 moving average, okay? These are all just my own speculation, right? I'm going to show you what I think the price target is, breakouts, support, resistance of each and every protocol, which are I'm going to cover all 12 of these right here, the ones that are on Mike Dean's Titanx Hub. If you want to save 10% on the premium, I'll leave the link down below in the description because it's a lot of information that Mike Dean has on his website. So I'll leave it right there for you if you are interested. But yeah, Titanx, man, is crossing bearish on the 1334 for the 4-hour chart. So which means we should see another pullback here in the short term. I'm guessing around this area again of like 5.7 to 5.8. If this right here breaks down, expect it to at least touch my yellow line of 5.1. So I don't mind it. Like the lower it goes now, the higher it will go. So be cautious of it. You know, it's still a very awesome chart in the macro version, in the macro scale, but in the micro, right now we were most likely going to see another small little dip. Like it's not confirmed yet. Let me first say that, okay? Look at this here. You see here, it's a bullish cross. We are about to cross bearish. It's not confirmed, but if we cross bearish here, you will see a pullback, okay? And keep in mind, this is the 4-hour chart, okay? So in 8 hours, this can be something different, okay? It can be a different outcome. But for the daily, though, it seems like the daily wants to cross. It already did cross bearish. So now I think we will be seeing around this 5.1 to 5.2 area down here. We crossed bearish. So that's my price target so far. As long as we range through, it's crazy, man. I did say we were going to hover around this channel right here. And that's exactly what we are doing. We're like bouncing, rejecting. Bouncing, we get rejected. And we bounce here, we get rejected up here again. Now we're starting to form another support right here, like a stronger support, in which we're going to bounce from here. So it's looking good in my opinion. Let's keep accumulating. On to the next one. I don't got all day for Titanx. So let's move on to Dragon X, man. This bad boy here is in a whole other level. Like, this is insane. I'm going to show you the 4-hour first, and I'm going to show you what I think. Okay, so in the 4 hours, we're about to cross bearish, and we'll most likely, I'm going to start drawing some lines as well. So if you're watching right now at the time of recording, you could be looking at around 1250 to 1326 zone, which is just barely anything, you know, small little tiny pullback, but nothing too big on the 4-hour. But on the daily is where it's really at. Like, this is just insane, bro. Look at this, and you see how it is staying consistent and touching and staying on the 1334. Like, I'm telling you, bro, this 1334 MAs are where it's at, bro. It's insane how accurate this is. You could have, sold over here, expected it to touch the lines and, accumulated or whatever you wanted to down here. Sold over here again, waited for it to touch, and so on and so forth. So it's looking to be like an amazing time. If history does not like to repeat itself, but it sure does like to rhyme, and Dragon X seems to be doing the same exact thing. It goes up above this little area, like in the little empty space here, empty space here, empty space here, and then it starts. It retraces back to this pink line, which the pink line for me is my 13 moving average. It touches right here, and then it bounces. Touches right here, then it bounces. So looks like it's doing the same thing again, in which it is now touching the pink one here. Now expect another bounce somewhere around this range. This is actually kind of interesting. What is that? Like 20? 20 or 21? Because it's creating way higher highs and everything. It's an amazing freaking protocol. Like, this is just in a whole other freaking level, yo. Like, we were here. It's not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna, draw my little lines here. And the next one, by the looks of it, is this one. So it's breaking just through crazy amounts of just prices. Expect that to happen. This is going to be a blue sky breakout once it breaks through 1516. So keep that in your radar in case, you want to continue either holding Dragon X or buy Dragon X. You should have been buying, honestly, way down here, bro. Like, everybody was accumulating, buying. Some people were like selling already, but like, are you selling too early? Or are you already getting rid of your bags? Because other people are buying it really quick. So we'll see what happens. This will be like a blue sky breakout. Time frame though, I can't really tell you the exact time frame. But if I was to take a guess, I want to say give or take the next week or so. Actually, I might be able to tell you. Let's see. From the 19th of August, that's 10 days. From September 12th to September 8th, it took about 8 days. So it looks like it's ranging through this pink level. That's actually a really good way to think about it and estimate. So about 10 days here until it broke out. About 8, I'm going to say another 10 days here and it broke out. Now, we're touching around this zone. So around October 8th, that's my time frame. Around October 8th, we might be seeing this zone of like 18 to 20. So that would be nice. Mark it, bookmark it, clip it, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see where we are at on October 8th. Okay, no promises, no guarantees. Put in where you can afford to lose. You guys should know by now. Okay, on to Hyper. I have a lot to cover. So Hyper, though, we crossed bearish on the daily. That's I'm not going to say it's worrisome, but it seems like a really good support zone is where it is at right now. It's not a perfect zone. It's not a perfect line that I drew, but this is actually looking pretty solid. 2071, and we are at 2224. So 2071 is where the support level is at. If this breaks through, though, dang it, honestly, I wouldn't even consider that a support. If it breaks through here, we might be seeing this range around like 1 to 1.5. So be very cautious about Hyper as of right now. I'm going to look at the 4-hour and see what it is doing. So it crossed bullish. Okay, that's good. That's actually really, really good. You know, what's great about Hyper and this strategy-wise is that this is pretty much the confirmation that this support level is going to hold. So I'm pretty sure some solid buys probably came around this area because they saw this turn bullish and this support level was going to hold off pretty well. So not bad, man. So even though the daily is looking like it's going to roll over, it's a bearish cross. it's looking like this support level can be something that where it can form a temporary bottom and start heading higher. So if you want to accumulate around that 20-ish zone, then that would be pretty ideal. You know, we do need to end up eventually breaking out through this zone over here. What is that, 4? No, that's a little too high. I'm going to bring it down a little bit where that wick is at. Yeah, 40.39. We need to break through that 40.39. So bearish right now, but on the 4-hour, it's showing a bullish cross, which means it's going to be a temporary bottom. So we expect a bounce from hyper. But if this does not hold, or if a big seller come along and we break through the support level, expect to go to 1 to 1.5, all right, or technically 15, right? 5 zeros and a 1 5. So that's hyper. Hydra, this is another same thing in a way. So I'm looking at the 4-hour. We crossed bearish right now. So if we did cross bearish, we could look at the bottom of right here, in which it could potentially head to. You know, this is it already bounced on this support twice. It's looking pretty good for that for that specific level. I'm gonna draw. So this is one of them ranges in which we gotta watch very carefully for Hydra. The amount of the money, I was gonna say, the amount of money that Hydra is generating is kind of insane, bro. Like the Titanx coming into it, it's already at like 18 trillion or something like that, some ridiculous number. So don't rule out that this can break this where it was at around this area. But right now we did cross bearish on the 4-hour, but on the daily, I can't really say anything on the daily. It looks like it's bottoming out though around this range. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. This right here. That's what she said. Sorry, I had to do that. So it's the candlesticks are ranging through here, as you can see. It's like bouncing back and forth through here. But right now for the daily though, I can't really do anything on the Hydra side. I'm gonna rely more on the 4-hour and just say, you know, watch this zone through here. If you're trying to accumulate as much as you can, I would suggest you looking at 944. So not far off. Right now we're at 1062. Watch 944. And if you see it, you know, it'd be a pretty decent little position to get into just in case something happens. A lot of 14-day miners are profitable still, so be aware of that. Just a little heads up. Helix. So this bad boy right here bounced perfectly from whenever, I think I was live streaming my 12 hours whenever I did this charting, and I was like, yo, if we see this, we can break out. It did a little earlier though. So we did bounce up. We are now hovering on top of this yellow line that I drew here not too long ago. This is the daily, but we did cross bearish on the 1334 for the daily side. So if you see this go under 60.62, expect it to go all the way down to, I'm guessing 16. No, I can't be going that low, right? 26? Maybe actually. Like 26 to 34 if we break through right now. Honestly, hold on, let me redo that. I may have looked at my numbers wrong. So we did cross 1334 bearish. This is holding like really good. You see this yellow line? It's just holding on to that little support level right here. That's a positive side. As long as it doesn't break through that, then we should be good. Look closer for Helix though. You know, it still has its potential. The RSI is looking really good though. It has that strength to move on upward. The candlesticks are wanting to push above the 1334, which created us a pretty bullish sign. But last time we crawled over here and we dropped from 214 all the way whenever we crossed bullish down here to 25. So we went a pretty hefty way from whenever we crossed. So 2-1, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and a 2-1, is it? No, 1, 2, 5. I don't know, bro. But it did take a pretty I don't want to say drastic. I'm not gonna say drastic. It took a decent little hit right there, but luckily it's starting to recover what it lost. If this does pretty solid, yo, we could see ranges back up here though. But as of right now, I'm not gonna look all the way up there. I'm going to focus down here mainly just because of this bearish cross right here. So yeah, I want to say my final answer, just because I'm still like brainstorming and looking at all this. I want to say look between 34 and 64. This little range right here. Be keeping an eye out on it. Inferno. So for Inferno, I did sell at 2.7. What are the odds? For Inferno, I even sent out a tweet. You know, if you know, you know. It hit a high of like 30 or 29 or something like that. Pretty close. I sold 25 of my position, 25% of my position at 2.7 just because I saw it just top out, and I was like, I'm just gonna take profit, yo. And I'm glad I did. I saw this turn bearish, I saw it top out, I saw it try to bounce back up, and it couldn't make it. So yeah, I sold a good chunk of my position, 1/4, and I'm glad I did. It's still looking really hard for Inferno. 5 zeros and a 1-1-2-2. We did cross bearish, when is it, September 25th, and we haven't recovered yet. It's trying to though, but you see how it keeps like touching my 13 and it keeps getting rejected over and over and over again. It just creates it even harder for it to break out. But as of right now, let's see what the bottom could be. Gonna have to be way down here, I want to say. Like, worst case scenario, man, for Inferno is 6.7, about another 50%, 40-ish percent drop from where it's at right now if we don't see a bullish cross anytime soon. Okay, that's the key word. So another 40% drop if we don't see because there's not much support levels around here, like hardly anything. So be very cautious about Inferno for now. You know, it could obviously roll over just a little bit and stay, you know, flat, and then it crosses the 1334 bullish, and then we go right back up. That seems like a scenario, but right now, still a very bearish sign on the 4 hours. On the daily, oh man, on the daily, it's also about to cross bearish. Guys, by the way, this is my own personal opinion. Please don't, you know, get mad, you know, if the founders are watching or the devs or a big holder or something, right? Don't take it to heart. Like, I'm literally being honest and transparent, and I'm trying to give you my opinion, my prediction about where I think it's going to head. And right now, Inferno, I think, is struggling pretty hard. If this crosses this way, that's a bearish cross on the daily. So on the 4 hour, you see the 4 hour do this, right? And then it drops all the way down. If it crosses bearish on the daily, and if it does the same thing, we could really go to 6.8. And if this doesn't hold, yeah, 3.2 would be the next worst case scenario. But right now, it's not confirmed, okay? There's still hope. There could still be some, you know, hidden project or announcement, update, something in which it can just reverse this cross instead. And here's, you know, the positivity side of this. It can just go like this, and the other line can just go like this and go parallel, and then eventually it will do this and turn into a bullish cross. Then we would be good, right? But as of right now, it does not look like it. You know, I'm sorry, man, but I don't mean to be, I don't want to FUD, bro. I don't want to be that guy or cause any negative outcomes, but that's what's happening right now. now that I see this, I'm probably going to sell another like 25 to 50% of my leftovers that I had from over here and just transfer it over to Titanx and see how low Inferno goes. I'm just trying to protect my Titanx, really. So that's Titanx. I'm sorry. That's Inferno. On to Baby Dragon X. This bad boy is about to rip. Not financial advice. Baby Dragon X is about to go insane. It's looking like really good. I'm not kidding you. Just because I said that, don't go buy a bunch of it, okay? Look at this insane move right here. Like, we crossed bullish a day ago. Like 2 days ago. And it's now on top of the 1334. That makes it a hyper bullish cross. It's great. It's like insanely good. It looks like it's holding perfectly fine with that. The price that I'm really eyeing is this range and maybe even this range, even though it was just like 1 or 2 candles that went up there. This is the 4-hour. I feel like we can actually start testing 3-1. So right now we're at 25. We can see 3-1 shortly. If we cross here, I feel like we could easily see 3-5. And once we break out these 2 levels of resistance, things will start to heat up. Liquidity is looking good. 1.2 mil, not bad. Volume is looking great. Holders is looking pretty good. 400. This flows with Dragon X, by the way, is paired up with Dragon X. Makes sense. It's looking like I might have to buy a good amount. I had a very small amount of Baby Dragon X, nothing too big, but I'm leaning about getting a lot more. I don't want to miss out on this. What's the ratio? 1.8151 Dragon X right now per Baby Dragon X. This is interesting. I mean, I can't really say much, right? But that's my personal opinion. It held solid right here in this range, and now it's ticking upward. And if you pay attention, last time I did this pattern was over here, and it spiked up, and it got rejected pretty hard. And we're seeing the same pattern. So I feel like we could see one big candle reach this high. And if we break out, that'd be great. So that's going to be Baby Dragon X. Legend X token, by the looks of it, seems to be doing amazing. I'm loading up a good amount of Legend X myself. Members only. If you know, you know. I'm telling you guys everything and the ins and outs and price targets and stuff like that. I'm gonna delete the lines. For these right here, this channel, this descending triangle was perfect, by the way, because it popped off right there. But right now, even though Legend X is amazing and I'm holding a good amount, we crossed bearish, temporarily crossed bearish. Literally, like this morning, like eight or so hours ago, we did cross. It seems like we will take a breather from where we went, because we did go from 3 all the way to like 9. So even though we are crossing bearish for this one, it's okay. I want it to cross bearish and take a breather, if that makes sense. I want it to happen right now so it can take a breather, people sell, and just get out of my way. And the RSI resets, and more buyers come along. So I'm not too worried about this one. But once we break out this zone here, it's over, yo. I'm looking forward to it. My Telegram members are in and they're ready. And I hope you're ready too. Like, this is a great token, a great chart by the looks of it. Like, it stayed really well all through around here. It popped, and now it's having that healthy pullback that we need for us to go higher. Blaze. This one, in my opinion, is bottoming out. We just crossed bearish on the daily. The RSI is almost in the oversold territory. I'm going to go ahead and call the bottom right here of $1.14. It's not going to be perfect, guys, okay? I'm actually planning to buy a small position around this range, maybe like $1.20-ish, $1.20 to $1.30, but I do think this is bottoming out. Like there's no reason for this to be oversold way down here without it having some sort of bounce. Okay? So this crossing bearish pretty much gives me a confirmation that it will go test the all-time low way down here and potentially, just bounce from there, confirming the bottom. So, little heads up, watch Blaze if you want to buy it off the market between $1.10 to $1.20, give or take. DCA if you want to, and hopefully we bounce back up to this resistance little channel and we break out. The only two I'm not going to fully cover is Volt and Flux, just because there's still, their auctions going on and it's still too early. Especially for Volt, still way too early. It's like day 4, day 5, somewhere around there. So I'm going to leave these two on hold for now. I'm going to come back to them later on. So that's going to be my technical analysis for every single protocol on there. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. This took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of talking. So please click the like button. Please subscribe. Comment down below anything. Join the members. I'm going to make a video about it right now. So I'd love to see you guys. Thank you so much. Take it easy. I'm out. Peace.